Hi, everybody. It's been a minute or two. While you're entering, I'm just going to set up my phone so I can see. So I've kind of forgotten how to run things. um, it's been a while since I've been on. Hi, me. Hi, me. Hi, you. Hi, me. I'm not very good at figuring things out and then remembering if I don't do it often, it takes me a while then to figure things out. Anyway, that's good to know. It helps when we get notices. I've been trying to figure out why I haven't been getting notices too. Hi, Susie Q. And since I'm a mod, it helps. Hi, Tammy. It helps to have those notices so you know when to moderate. It's good to see you guys. I hope that you're all doing oh, okay. I got you, me. Anyway, yeah, it's kind of the pits when we don't get our notifications, but I'm glad that you did. That's good. I've had everybody's kind of having things happen in their lives just as well as me, and so I realized that there's going to be people that oh, Wise Owl, how are you? I realize y'all have things going in your lives, and so do I. And yes, you have, me, been around a long time. What made you change your name? I knew you the other way. I'm going to have to get used to this new name. That's okay. That's okay. At least I can still. That one's an easy one. Hi, Paula. Anyway, I just thought I would come on because it's been about 3 weeks, maybe a little bit more since I've been on live. And oh, darn it. That's the pits. I actually tried to make a new account so that I could have my goofy Twisted Turkey account separate from this account, and I made my own mess. So I can't blame it on the cat. Just doesn't work. But oh wow, Tammy, did you have a surgery? Yeah, that's right. You told me. Never mind, sweetheart. I remember. You told me. That's a good deal. I'm glad you got that off. Anyway, I was just going to come on really quick. The last live stream I did ended very abruptly because my wireless is actually free for me, and I don't have control over when it's turned off and when it's turned on. Hi, Major. So I just rely on hope, which is fine. But Redeemed, hi. It's good to see you, sister. Anyway, with all the challenges in life, I thought, you know what? I'm gonna just real quick get cleaned up. I needed to clean up anyway. I was disgusting. I've been working around here and around my father-in-law's place a little bit here and there, and helping out my Kelly. How are you, Kelly? Yes, it is great. And Helen. Hi, Helen. Um, That's okay, Susie. Pretty soon here, I'm going to be doing the same thing. Um, anyway, um, then some kind of tragic things. We had several, like 3 things in our family hit all of a sudden. And that's kind of what caused me to not be able to come live anymore. So, pardon me. So, and that's okay because it gives you a choice or a chance, not a choice. Well, you can make choices too, but it gives you a chance to catch up on much needed rest, catch up on some decent prayer. Not that I don't have decent prayer, but you know what I mean. You can really get into it. So that's a good deal. And so I took full advantage of that, and feeling a lot better. I got really sick. I was sick, pretty bad sick for about 5 days, but definitely on the upper end now. God's really good. So I've been fortunate that way. Moon phase. It's good to see you. Thank you. God bless you all. Anyway, I do have a couple of prayer requests. I have lots of praises, great things. And I try to share those in my community. And or if I'm learning something, and I think maybe it can help someone else, then I like to share it in my community. I actually have in my community tab, I actually have one post in there that's kind of funny, because it's an accident. I'm still learning, but it's okay because maybe somebody will go check that channel out, and that's Bubba News. I made a comment, but I somehow was able to put it in my community tab without realizing what I was doing. But it's okay. It's okay. So I left it there. I didn't remove it. But I do have a prayer request, and it's a serious one, and it actually affects my whole family. Even though it's one person that's pretty ill, it affects my whole family. And so I'm asking that that you all can keep my my sister's fiance in your prayers. Hi, Mary. He has learned that and has started treatment for some cancer. And I told him, or asked him first, actually, if I could ask people to pray. And he said that would be fine. I'm not going to share a lot because it's really no one's business. But I asked if we could pray for his healing, and he said that would be fine. So that's one of my requests. And the other request actually is just to keep each other in mind. None of us really know the heart of someone else. And there's a lot of distractions. There's a lot of, and I know you guys are all seeing it, there's a lot of distractions. There's a lot of maybe learning that people have to do. And I include myself in that because I'm still learning. Oh, thank you, Helen. And hi, Jay. And like I have a sister, and well, I have 2 sisters, but one of my other sisters, and I felt like, and she probably is, I don't know, she's like really on top of things spiritually. And And maybe she is, I don't know. And the more I learn, the more I wonder. But it's actually not up to me to pass any judgment on her. But at the same time, what we can do is pray for each other, because we are all at different levels of learning. And I've realized that more and more. And I actually have dealt with a few things just today myself, where I thought, wow, that person was really snippy. And I thought, it's okay. It's okay. Maybe they're having a rough moment. And yeah, maybe it wasn't necessary, but did it hurt anything? I'm fine. I'm fine. But maybe they're having a rough time. And so we can just pray for them. If they're having a tough time, sometimes misunderstanding or not understanding keeps us away from what we need to understand. So I think it's really important that we, as maybe someone who understands more, possibly, can pray for them and help them in spirit just by our prayers. We don't have to say anything harsh to them. We don't have to become upset. Just in our spirits, know that maybe they're going through something, because we don't walk in each other's shoes. I only know what I think, and I can't speak for the next person. Yeah, sometimes I have discernment about something, and probably most of the time I don't. That's the human side of me. Hi, CJ. I'm the turkey. She's actually one, I think, that called me turkey first, because I used the word turkey. So, and then Yabba Dabba, of course, he turned it into Twisted Turkey. And anyway, it's got a long story. I have so many nicknames, and I give people so many nicknames. But anyway, yes, I'm pretty sure most of the time I don't know. Bones. And then Bones calls me Wild Turkey. Wah! Oh, Bones, you're great. Yeah, Yabba Dabba, he is such a card. Oh, I see him. Well, I didn't see him this morning, but so many times I see him in Enter the Stars, and and his demeanor in there is so much different than it is in other channels, and it just gives me a crack up. He's just funny. He always makes your day. So it's good to see everybody. I fell asleep. This is terrible. I actually caught Enter the Stars this morning a little bit after the live was over. And Casey's just cool. He's just the coolest fella. If I could give somebody a pat on the back, I mean, there's actually lots of them, but he's really, everybody has somebody that they can relate to or whatever. He's a fisherman, and I love fishing, and I love the outdoors and all that. So I can totally relate to the way he thinks, and he makes things really clear. And he's a pretty smart cookie, and he's got a lot of really great people that watch his channel that help him out. I wish I was that talented. My talent is always a little bit, I like to craft. My craft is different. So, oh gosh, Bones, yeah, you better get some rest. That's a long day. And you kind of been stationary too, haven't you? That's not any fun. Amen. Yeah, that's definitely. But anyway, so I just thought I would come on and say hi. And yes, I didn't. No, I didn't disappear. Yes, I still want to be live. Like I said, my last stream kind of ended abruptly, and it was just because they didn't know I was using the internet. And when they get home, if they see it on, and realize that or think that nobody's using it, they just do. Hi, Kathleen. So, so but we were shut off. That's okay. Anyway, so I'm going to try to get some things taken care of again, because everything hit at once. It wasn't just our being ill, but about 3 weeks ago, when it all kind of began, I was trying to box up and get rid of things and sort through things and streamline my life. And my sister had told me that she was going to be getting rid of some things, and so she was going to need kind of my help. And she told me that she was going to do it on a Saturday, and it ended up that she was doing it on a Friday instead, but she forgot to tell me. She was just doing it when she needs to. She can't tell me every little second, She's a busy lady, real busy lady. And so with all the wacko stuff that's going on in my family and that, and sorting out my own junk, and that on top of, everything, the chaos. It's I have a brother-in-law who's he's really having a tough time. His dad is gone now, and he's not well. And he's acting out, and it's real destructive, and we're real concerned about him. But sometimes you just have to, because it's nothing sinking in. He's not hearing what he needs to hear, and I don't think he can. And so I feel bad for him. And sometimes the best thing to do, in fact, I did a little video on it with the matches, is to just step back. And it's because it was just the perfect, when that came to me, I just thought, oh my gosh, I saw it on Twitter, and I just thought, this is so perfect. And so I shared it because it was such a perfect example of how sometimes being in the middle of something is really, really tough. And so if you just step back, it just stops. And things have stopped with him now. And all we can do right at this time is to pray for him, because he's having some serious, issues in his own life. And even though we've tried to help him and discuss, he's not able to hear it. And that's hard to watch somebody struggle that way. And because you do love them. Like we do all people. So pray for each other, even if they seem like they're little stinkers. God loves them. And we need to love like God. He tells us to. He'll sort it all out. He's good at it. I really stink at sorting things out. That's why I have such a mess. The one thing that's really kind of cool, I don't know if you guys noticed, but Beebs has not been by here. Oh my goodness. She has been a little stink pot. Oh goodness. Her favorite food, I can't even find it anymore. So when her favorite food's not there, she's a stink pot. I literally had to take the screen off the window because She's so angry about it. She thinks that if she goes outside and comes back in and goes outside and comes back in, that I'm going to get something for her that's new for food, a treat or whatever. Well, I can't even get her food anymore. So she just has to eat what I can get. And she's not liking it a bit. She thinks if she goes outside that it'll just appear. So anyway, yes, keep planting seeds, spiritual seeds, and then hope that someone waters them, because sometimes we can't water our own seeds. That's usually what happens anyway. I know in my case, that's the case. I couldn't water my own seeds. I tried lots of times and then realized maybe I was doing more damage than good. And that's hard, because you want to water your own seeds. You think you can, anyway, I used to think that. That's, of course, I've thought that for a while, but get her some catnip. You know what? She does have catnip. I just needed to go upstairs and get it. It's up in the other apartment. So CJ. She loves the catnip. She's just babes. There is, if I could catch the really great stuff that's hilarious of her, I would really do good on YouTube. But it's so unexpected that I'm never ready for her. So I have to just hope the best. Yeah, moon phase. I've tried watering seeds. I've tried force feeding them the meat even. And I'm just like, it took me forever, for a long time, actually, since 91 till probably 2 years ago, maybe not quite two, maybe a little bit more than 2 years ago. And when I realized that I was actually probably doing more damage, I felt horrible. Oh my gosh, I felt horrible, because I thought, what if I have caused damage and kept those people from actually, because they were all relatives, I think. Anyway, yeah, that really stunk. So I stopped that and I apologized to them. And of course, they love me, so they forgave me. that I didn't expect it, but I'm glad they did. Well, you guys, I am going to cut it off, because I do have to. I don't know for sure what I'll make. Part of me wants to make some. I really hate to admit that I like it, but I really, really like, and I don't make it very often, but oh, what is it called? Not potato. Oh, scallop potatoes. I like potatoes au gratin too, but scallop potatoes. But I like scallop potatoes au gratin. Or anyway, I just feel like potatoes for some reason, and usually I'm a rice person. But Terry Bell, hi, and Rip. Oh my gosh. Oh, Rip, you had me laughing last night. I think it was last night, wasn't it? In the maybe it was the night before. Oh my gosh, I was like really laughing. You were funny. Okay, so oh, there's Mick. Hi, Mick. It always seems like I need to get off and then everybody starts showing up. I'm so sorry. How long have we been on here? I don't even know how long we've been on here. Beebs looks a lot like my Callie. You know what? That's really interesting you said that, redeemed by Yah. Um, um, my grandchildren wanted me to name her Callie, and I actually considered it because one time years ago, I went on this. Well, you were doing a good job, Rip. Um, I went on this. I used to be really into, and always have been, our whole family kind of, and several friends and stuff, into the antique and classic cars, and even into um, gosh, what I want to call them, little camp trailers, like the little teardrops, the little Shastas, the little vintage things, you know. Anyway, we were at this big rally, and now I forgot what I was going to. Oh, got it back. Anyway, it was a really hot summer, and we were sleeping in a teardrop. And I don't know if you've ever been in a teardrop trailer, but basically the one we were in was a little 1946. Can't even remember the last name of them. Kitka, or it starts with a K. I remember that. I think it's Kitka or something like that. Anyway, they're basically like a teardrop shaped coffin. There's nothing but, anyway, back then that's what they were. They were little. They make them bigger now, but and then in the tail end, in the pointed part of the teardrop, is where you lift up this hatch, and that's where all your kitchen supplies and that kind of thing goes. You can well, ours had this awning that went over the side, and it attached, and so you had like almost like a carport or an extra patio, and of course it was like a tent, and it snapped around. Anyway, it was so hot, and our teardrop didn't have just one door. It had a door on both sides, which was an unusual feature. And so, because my big backside was I wanted to do the crunch up like babies sleep, and you really can't do that much unless you're a really tiny person. And so I opened my door and let my fanny hang out. Of course it's covered, but with the door hanging open, in the middle of the night while I'm sleeping, while we were both asleep, this kitty comes in and makes herself at home right at our feet and just stayed there. We didn't know it, of course, till we woke up in the next morning. And here's this little kitty. She's a little calico kitty. And I just thought it was so cute. And I really liked her. She was a sweet little kitty. Well, we found out that she belonged to the camp hosts there where we were staying. And her name was Callie. And they told us this really awesome story. Excuse me. She did that often. She did it one time to a trucker, and she ended up states away, because she rode with this trucker somewhere on the underneath side. I don't know exactly how, but she went with this trucker for miles and miles, states away. And so I just thought her name, they named her Callie because of that. Well, I just couldn't, as much as I liked her and I liked the name, Beebs isn't a Callie. Beebs is a Beebs. Oh, heavens. And that's not her real name. I never call her by her real name, but she's Beebs. So that's really her real name. But anyway, let me go through the comments and see if I see anything I need to answer or whatever. Oh, you have a tarp that looks like a tent. See, that one that we had, it was kind of like that. It was really cool because it had not only did it cover, part of it, it had one open side, and the door to the inside of the trailer opened out into the like porch. I don't know what you want to call it. It was just where the tent part was. And then a flap came down and you could have this whole area enclosed. And it was almost like you had room for like um three like lawn chairs, and then if someone wanted to sit in the door of the teardrop, you could have the door hanging open, and if you put some pillows or blankets stacked, then at least your legs wouldn't like hurt from the door edge of the door. Anyway, um, it was just a, I don't know, I thought it was really cool. I liked it because at that time I had a little 66 Mustang that was vintage. It was pretty sweet. It was really nice. I wish I still had it. I miss it. It was a little 3-speed. I really liked that car. I've had a lot of really cool cars, but um, I wanted to be able to pull it with a Mustang. So um, I installed shocks on the Mustang, and my brother-in-law built a special hitch that was just for that, and it was so nice, and it was tucked away to where you couldn't see it, and so that if I went to a car show or whatever, you didn't see the hitch. I didn't have to take my teardrop, but you didn't see the hitch. It was just cool. It was just way cool. Those days are over. Not that I don't enjoy it, but it's not my focus anymore. I have a better focus. It's a real focus. It's something that it's something I can have with me forever, and that's Jesus. Ah, Mustangs. I'm a Mustang freak. My grandmother had a 66, and she just was. She was. We called her Hot Rod Granny because she would. Hers was really zippy. She would. She would. Hi, Lloyd. I know it's been. You know what? You haven't missed anything probably because um, there's just been so much going on for the past 3 weeks. I haven't even been live, so. But it's good to see you here. I'm glad you were able to make it. But yeah, my grandmother, she was a nut. We have a couple colleges here. Back then, it was only the one college, but um, my grandmother, there's a hill, and there's kind of a grade that leads up to the different part of town, and the um, the the kids, when they were going home from the college, she would race them up that hill. My grandmother was pretty spicy little gal. She was probably a whole what, 4'8", 4'5" tops. I don't know. She wasn't very big, but by golly, she had the attitude like, oh my goodness, really smart lady, really smart lady. Yeah, I love the muscle cars. I used to have, I had a rat rod. I don't know if you guys know what a rat rod is. They were kind of a thing for a while, and they're still popular in this area. But I had it was an old 56 Chevy uh, truck that somebody put a 57 hood on it. And it was primer black, and oh, you didn't want to drive it in the summertime because I don't think there was like, that, what is it called? It keeps the heat from the engine off of your feet and legs and stuff. It was so hot that your legs would just swell up. They would just be hot, and oh my goodness, it was terrible, but it was a lot of fun. I really did enjoy the car thing. And then of course, um, Hi, Knowledge and Kathy. Hi, you guys. Kathy, you're a sweetheart. Pardon me. I'm still a little bit the sniffles, but way better, way better. I did a lot of drinking specific kinds of tea, herb teas, and honey, and for doctoring. So anyway, yeah, I liked it back then. It was fun, but it's over. It's okay. Still wish I had my Mustang though. It was pretty cute little car. Pretty cute. Run really good too. Well, food. Oh, what do you have? You bought a 71 Roadrunner. Oh, yes. Well, it was a different kind of hot. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. What is that called? It's a firewall. I don't even think there was a firewall on that thing. It was just nasty hot. It ended up, I don't remember why, but oh, he had oh, that's cool, a dune buggy. That's cool. Um it was a lot of fun. Those days were a lot of fun. I have to admit I really enjoyed it. We went to lots of car shows and several rallies, and of course one of my very favorite things of all time was I used to love going to drag races. I love the drag races, even though that's not nature and the mountains and everything. That was the one thing I really loved, the drag races. I loved watching them, and that was fun. I was just kind of reading through. It's so nice that you guys can all um, chat. I love it. I love it. Oh, I love Jeeps too. One of my nephews, he's a Jeep. He's a Jeeper. And I remember when he was about 18 or 19, and I hadn't seen him in several years. And so when I saw him and he had his Jeep, he says, "Aunt Lisa, want to go for a ride in my Jeep?" And his dad, his dad had a Jeep too when I first met his dad, and he became part of the family, and because his dad was my brother-in-law, and he his dad didn't he wasn't daring or anything. He just drove the Jeep. That was his transportation. He enjoyed it. It was um, he was kind of a farmer. He grew up kind of that way, and so it was perfect for, like, he was from Montana, where there's a lot of open country, maybe mud. Yep, the mud, the derbies. Yep. But so I just assumed that he was kind of like his dad in that, he wasn't daring. So I said, sure. Well, I got a surprise. He likes to climb rocks. And that's not me. But he was safe about it. But he doesn't have that special handle. Some people call it the oh, crud handle. Oh my goodness. He had lots of roll bars and stuff, but that was just pretty freaky to me. Yes, that's true, Terry. We have a bunch of that growing. That's probably here in town somewhere, even. But I do know that about 40 miles from here, there's huge, huge patches of it. The purple dead nettle, and yes, in fact, we have tons of. Well, I'm sure all over the country, there's tons of um, wild edibles, medicinal plants, all that kind of stuff. So, and it's still possible to find those kinds of things online. So, learn them the best you can. Hey, Calorian. I hope I'm saying your name right. It's good to see you. Howdy doody. My grandpa used to say howdy doody. I love that. Howdy doody. He go. He was a cowboy, definitely a cowboy. Howdy doody. I love it. Yes, definitely, Terry. Yep. In fact, it's funny because my son, when he was first learning to talk, and he's kind of like me. He's got a nickname for everything and blah blah blah, and and he wanted to determine. He wanted to understand. Okay, which grandpa is this? Because he knew he had more than one grandpa, and so this grandpa was this and this. Well, that grandpa to him was Grandpa Howdy because he said howdy all the time. Howdy doody. So cute. I don't even know how long we've been on here. I guess we probably should. Oh, here it is. We've been, oh my goodness, 41 minutes, almost 42 minutes. Well, you guys, it probably isn't going to be long before, well, it'll be a little while before Marv goes on, maybe, but I do need to fix some dinner. And I'm fixing it for my husband. So, and he doesn't live here. So I need to get doing something. So I need to bounce. I'm just being silly. Pool noodle. Oh my goodness. See what I mean? I have poor timing. I need to I need to set a time and say this is what time we're CJ, I need to set a time and try to stick to it. It's my schedule is so really off now. I used to have kind of a schedule better, but I don't anymore because I have so many more people in my life than I've had in a long, 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 long time, like 10 years, 10 years. So things have changed really dramatically. And I fixed some I fixed some chicken last night. It's a chicken breast that I pounded out so that it was kind of like a patty, and then put some Creole seasoning on it, and then breaded it. And I'm not typically someone who likes the breading, but in this case, it was really good. And then there was drippings that were left, and it made a nice crusty crumbly. It was pretty good. So I made a small little gravy out of the two little chicken breasts, and it made a nice little what do you want to call them? Chicken fried chicken, I guess. Instead of chicken fried steak, it was chicken fried steak. And so it was, like fattening, just the kind of food I always need. And I thought we could have the other two pieces that were left because I thought it was only going to make two pieces. It made four pieces. So that was great. Oh, I love black bean burgers. Yum, yum. I love black beans, period. They're good. And I made a black bean chili one time. Oh my gosh. I just like black beans really well. But I thought about that. And I've got some broccoli. I thought about doing some broccoli. I like broccoli really well. Broccoli's awesome. And I love Brussels sprouts. And yum. I like everything. I don't like the things though that like sauces. I'm not a ketchup person. I'm really picky when it comes to sauces. Like y'all need to know that. Well, because when you invite me to your dinner, you'll need to know that, right? Just kidding. Oh, cabbage. I love cabbage. Oh, I love cabbage. And if you guys ever get the chance, oh my gosh. Lisa, is my favorite color purple or green by any chance? No. No. Yum, that sounds good. That sounds good. That sounds really good. Um, there's a chicken satay with peanut sauce that I like. I love coconut milk. I love anything that has that. I like food. That's why I'm so beautiful. Check it out. No, I actually like all color. I didn't used to like red, but I like red for probably since about 1995. That's when I noticed I liked it. I'll be there. Tell me what to bring. Moonface, tell me what to bring, and I'll bring homemade bread. I can make really good homemade bread. I remember as a child not thinking that whole wheat bread was good. Oh my gosh. I have this recipe it's called crusty honey whole wheat bread. It is so good. So good. So, and it freezes well. So if I make one loaf is too much here. So I can do part of a loaf and then freeze the other part and then the other loaf. So there's a loaf and a half that's in the freezer while I'm working on the half a loaf. Coconut pancakes. There's a place here in town that makes pancakes. It's a waffle house. Pancakes or waffles. And then they have this coconut syrup, and it is so good. I haven't been there for years, but it's really good. And neat people, really neat people. Oops, I guess I can't scroll the machine with my finger. I always forget that part. Sorry, I'm dingy, you guys. Let's see. Yeah, I love cabbage. My grandmother always used to fix cooked cabbage, and I never have been someone that liked raw cabbage until my dad planted cabbage and raised his own cabbage and then made homemade coleslaw out of his cabbage. Wonderful cabbage. It was so sweet, and it didn't have that burning sensation that it would leave in my throat. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but sometimes it would burn. It was weird. I don't know how to describe it other than that. Happy for you, Miss Lisa. Enjoy those people God has blessed with you. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Mick. I haven't heard from Barefoot Lass. It's been a few days. Let's see. Cabbage, bacon, and beans. And so, Kelly, is the cabbage, bacon, and beans all mixed in one? I'm sure it's delicious. It's got bacon, cabbage, and beans in it. It really sounds good. Food is life. Yeah, so eat the right food. I don't always eat the right food. Thankfully, I'm not a huge sweets person. There are some sweets I really like. Pineapple rice, huh? I love black eyed peas and fresh green peas. Oh, yeah, that's good. See, we grew up we worked in the garden. That's how we grew up. We were raised on homegrown everything, including the beef and everything, um, every all of it. So that's how I grew up. And my grandparents had a restaurant, and my grandfather also worked at the butcher down the street a little ways from where their restaurant was. And he was a meat cutter and butcher. So we learned all that. And when we'd have a beef and stuff that needed butchered and whatever, we just all as a family got together and we did it. We didn't take it to a butcher. It's just how it was. It's hard to change too, because everything's so mechanical. It's harder to find the good old days. And I think it's going to continue to get harder. Your son-in-law needs Tang. Much love. Keeper of the goods. Huh. I'm sorry, Kathy. I don't understand. Maybe I'm not reading that right. Uh-oh, people's mouths are watering. Okay. Let's see. Oh, breakfast casseroles. Yum. I wonder what yours is like. We do a Christmas, well, when we did Christmas, we used to do a Christmas casserole, a kielbasa and white onion and cabbage. Oh, yum. That sounds good. Coconut milk in your pancake mixture. Yum. I like to just drink like coconut water. I don't like the pieces in it though. I don't like the what do you think? The pulp. I just don't like the way it feels. Otherwise, it's fine. The taste is fine. Yes. Same here, Chlorian. We always did, but we did beef too, because we had the room in the area and everything. Where I grew up, well, it was here in town. It's changed a little now, but we were the only house, and all the way around us was pasture land. All the way around. We didn't have neighbors. It was all pasture, and if there wasn't alfalfa growing, like there was 2 fields of alfalfa, and then the rest of it was had animals on it, cows, sheep, goats, horses. I can't remember if anybody had chickens back then. I know they did about a quarter mile away. They had chickens. That little girl, she was rough, man. She was just a little tomboy. She was little, but man, she could kick my fanny. And she would. Thai is my favorite too. I love Thai. Oh, I love Thai. Calorian, I've done that before, and I was worried about having plants at my apartment place. I think the reason I was able to get away with it for a while is because of who I was going through some tragedies, and the woman that told me about the apartment actually owned the management company that managed those apartments. And so I don't know this. I've never asked her, but I felt like I kind of got a little bit of a special favoritism from her because I used to work at a grocery store where she frequented all the time. And she knew me before I was going through all these really horrible things. And so she, God bless her, she helped me out a lot. So it's funny because I was just thinking about her the other day and hoping that I could run into her again so I can thank her again for the blessings that she brought to me, even though at times there were days when I didn't feel like it was a blessing. I had a roof over my head, a place where I could make a meal. I was warm. I hadn't fallen off the hill yet because that place looked like it was going to fall off the hill. She was a really neat lady, and I love her. I know I'm really far behind you guys. Sorry. It's really great though to be able to see everybody's comments and join in. A mini garden. Yeah, in fact, I was going to expound on that a little bit, which is nothing new. I expound on everything. So I went to her one day after doing it without asking for a couple of years. And I went to her because there was this area where it was nothing but weeds. Nobody parked there. It was just weeds, and it was ugly, and all they did was mow it, and it was used for nothing. And I just thought, at least it could get used for something that was, something good. And I thought, there's no harm in asking. What is she going to say? No. Okay, I can do no. So anyway, I asked her if it'd be okay, and she said yes. I said I would even share with anybody that wants to share, if anybody's interested. Which nobody. I went around and asked everybody if they'd like to join in, or nobody wanted to, but that's okay. It ended up not being the best thing. I had a lot of vandalism, but makes you grow tough. Better get your potatoes going. Give Beebs a pet for. Oh, I'll give Beebs a pet for you. Yeah, she's such a little stink pot. Potatoes. I don't know if we're going to do potatoes. I don't know. It depends on if we can find the right potatoes. Sausage, bacon, black pudding, tomatoes, beans, eggs, and a fried slice. Black pudding. I don't know what that is, Major. Chicken fried steak, yummy. Yeah, chicken. Don't forget the I love mushrooms. Thai is awesome. Peanut pad thai. Love pad thai. I love shrimp pad thai. Oh, shh, CJ, don't tell. I just got to when we used to talk for hours. Oh yeah, I can't eat very big breakfasts. A full English. That does sound like that's a day's work. It would take you another day just to work it off. Whoops, going the wrong way here. And a gallon of tea. Oopsie, this is going quickly. Oh, hi, Lottie. Weeds, I'm here. I love weeds. I have so many great ones in my garden or in my yard. Got turned into codes last year for all the weeds, nosy people. How do they not know? How do they know whether they're weeds or edibles, right? Someone has your number. Yeah. But for a couple of hours, it's off. Hi, T. Racy. And seeing T. Racy on here just reminds me, I know there are some people that, excuse me, I'm so sorry. Because I don't have contact with some of my, I don't have a means of contact with some of my moderators that I made moderators. Pardon me. I didn't know what to do, so I unmoderated you until I could find out. Hold on a second. Maybe I won't cough now. Nope. Anyway, it isn't because you did anything necessarily or didn't do anything. It's just I didn't have contact, so I wasn't able to. I just thought it was best that we have contact so that I know what I can help you with. We can work more effectively that way. And anyway, so the moderators that I have left are ones that I actually have contact with. That's the only thing. I just thought I would let you know. I am in Twitter. I think Twitter is the only other one, and I don't give out my phone number or emails, so I guess I'm kind of stuck with whoever I can find in Twitter, or if I have their phone number. Already, they're people that I've known for years, so that would be the reason. I planted some potatoes today. That is so cool. It's good to see you, T. Racy. I'm glad you showed up. I keep saying I'm going to get off here, and I really need to because it's getting close. Lisa, your beep sounds like my Marley, aka Marbles. Oh, that's such a cute name, Marbles. I love that. JTS, nasty. JTS? I don't know what JTS is. Lisa, I think you'd let the side down. The side down? What side? Oh, that's awesome knowledge. You know what? You guys do what you need to do. Let's just all be the way we are. This is me. This is totally me. Okay, me. Have a good morning, good evening, whatever it is where you're at. My Thai weakness is coconut soup. Oh, yum. Coconut and lime. Oh, yeah. Oh, that sounds really wonderful. Exactly. There. I'm so far behind. I gotta keep my grandkids like the sweet tea really well too. Pardon me. Oh, you're so lucky, Kathy. Ah, that's so cool. Rain Cry, hi. Hi. Scott from Oz, hello. Sorry, I'm just now getting to them and they're probably old messages. Yay, I finally got up. Oh, and you're spending it here, Scott. Bless your heart. Well, I truly am going to get off of here because I do have to fix dinner. And the chicken's already made. There's already some broccoli. So maybe, I don't know what I'm going to fix. I don't know. We'll figure something out. I know we won't starve. I don't starve. I never have trouble with starving. Pardon me. I'm so sorry. But anyway, I hope you guys all have a really, really wonderful evening. And if I get dinner fixed and done, and maybe I can make the live. I really am sorry. I have missed so many live streams at Marf's. If you guys are in there, and I apologize for that. Could I have worked them in? Yeah, maybe I could have, but it would have been really tough because of what's going on. So I don't want to take away from. I didn't want to take away from what's going on in my family because it's really needed, even though it's kind of hard to explain. But I think with each of us having a family, we understand that families have to be first. They just have to be. Bible talk. So I appreciate you all showing up, and I'm glad that we could all have this how long? An hour and 7 minutes in a chat, and hopefully it won't be 3 weeks again. So I will talk to you all later, and who knows, maybe it'll be tomorrow. I don't know. I really don't know, because I kind of have to do things as they come to me right now. And I wish you all the best. I do pray for each of you, and I hope you have a lovely evening, and I love you all. You guys have a good night. God bless. Come on. I might be able to make this work. You guys have a good night.